On this day in history, November 18th, 1095, the Council of Clermont begins. Called by Pope Urban II, it led to the First Crusade to the Holy Land. Included in the following is an excerpt from the 1944 edition of the Encyclopaedia Britannica, going over the history of the city. Clermont-Ferrand, a city of central France, capital of the department of Puy-de-Dôme, 113 miles west of Lyon, on the PLM railway. Population from 1906, 44,113. From 1936, 95,237. Clermont-Ferrand is situated on high ground on the western border of the fertile plain of Le Mans. On the north, west, and south, it is surrounded by hills, with a background of mountains amongst which the Puy-de-Dôme stands out prominently. A small river, the Tartane, borders the town on the north. Since 1731, it has been composed of the two towns of Clermont and Montferrand. Gergovia was a native center in Auvergne, but the Roman settlement known as Augustonomentum on the site of Clermont became so important as to be called later the city of the Arverni. The present name is derived from Clarus Mons, originally applied only to the citadel, but used for the town as early as the 9th century. During the disintegration of the Roman Empire, Clermont suffered from capture and pillage. Its history during the Middle Ages chiefly records the struggles between its bishops and the counts of Auvergne, and between the citizens and their overlord, the bishop. It was the seat of 7 ecclesiastical councils, held in the years 535, 549, 587, 1095, 1110, 1124, and 1130. In the Council of 1095, Pope Urban II proclaimed the First Crusade. It figured in the wars against the English in the 14th and 15th centuries and in the religious wars of the 16th century. Les Grands Jours de Clermont, 1675, was associated with the trial and execution of a member of the nobility who had tyrannized the district. Before the Revolution, the town possessed the Abbey of Saint Hilaire, founded, it is said, in the 3rd century by Saint Ostromenius, Saint Stremoine, the Apostle of Auvergne, and first Bishop of Clermont, and the Abbey of Saint Andre, where the Counts of Clermont were buried. The cathedral, a Gothic edifice, was begun in the 13th century. The stained glass dates from the 13th century. The church of Notre-Dame-des-Puers is a typical example of the Romanesque style of Auvergne, dately chiefing from the 11th and 12th centuries. The exterior of the apse, with its 4 radiating chapels and its black and white decoration, is the most interesting part. Among the old houses, one, dating from the 16th century, was the birthplace of Blaise Pascal. Montferrand has several interesting houses of the 15th and 16th centuries, and a church of the 13th, 14th, and 15th centuries. Clermont has several fine squares, like the one erected by Bishop Jacques d'Amboise in 1515. Clermont-Ferrand is the seat of a bishopric and a prefecture. It has tribunals of first instance and of commerce, a board of trade arbitrators, and a chamber of commerce. It is a university town, and has an important library, as well as the Musée Lecoq, natural history and geology, and the Musée d'Art et Archéologie. The town manufactures semolina and other farinaceous foods, confectionery, preserved fruits and jams, chemicals and heavy rubber goods, especially motor tires. Clothing is also important. Clermont is the chief market for the grain and other agricultural produce of Auvergne and Valais. Its waters are in local repute. On the bank of the Tartane there is a remarkable calcareous spring, the Fountain of Saint Hilaire, and 1.5 miles to the west lies the famous spa of Royat.